Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Rafinha as Barca see the 26-year-old forward as untouchable despite costly mistake against Getafe. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Abde El Zazuli as Javi counts on the player big time this season, despite rumors of an exit. Abde is likely to stay. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up till the very end. As the final stages of the transfer window unfold, fans and observers brace themselves for unexpected twists and turns that could leave lasting imprints. Barcelona continued to prioritize exit operations in the front line, with overcrowding in attack necessitating the club to complete sales. But the Catalan Giants deem a few of the forwards as essential pieces to Xavi's project, with Rafinha being one of them. According to Sport, the Brazilian winger is untouchable for Deco and Xavi. They trust in his abilities and believe he will truly leave his mark on the ongoing campaign. Rafinha embarked on the season with a rough start after his silly challenge in the league opener against Getafe led to him being shown a red card. However, despite his poor error, Rafinha is not considered disposable by the club's hierarchy, and the player even came out to apologize on his public social media platform. Rafinha was approached by a number of clubs at the start of the summer, with Newcastle United particularly prepared to offer a great deal to land the Brazilian forward. But Rafinha's insistence on staying put in Catalonia and Deco's arrival as the sporting director, who was once the player's agent and placed great faith in him, ruled out the possibility of a departure. Following Ousmane Dembele's move to PSG, Rafinha is considered an even more important piece of Xavi's system. The South American could miss the next couple of games in La Liga due to suspension, but in spite of his costly error against Getafe, potentially costing his side the win, his sale is not currently being contemplated by the Barca board. Of course, Rafinha still remains an important player for Xavi. He remains an important player for Barcelona overall. I think he's an untouchable. He has every right to be an untouchable, especially as Ousmane Dembele left to PSG earlier this summer. Um, this season, Rafinha needs to up his game for me. Last season, he was not the worst of signings, but I think this season he needs to be more better. He needs to be more better. I think if Rafinha can add goals to his game, it will be brilliant. You know, he gives the assist, yes, but he needs to add goals to his game. We need our wingers to score more. I think that's one thing that I've been lacking. Because if we are counting just for Robert Lewandowski to bang the goals in, then definitely there will be a problem. There should be a problem. We saw last season after the World Cup break, Lewandowski's form really went down. I think also because Xavi really played him in a very crazy position. Lewandowski was not a player who was waiting at the box again for the assist. Sometimes you see Lewandowski playing when we going more deep. Lewandowski will be at the right or the left, which for me makes no sense. And Xavi was the one pushing him to do that. We need goals. We need goals. If we don't score goals, how are we supposed to win? How are we supposed to win matches or win trophies? So talking about Rafinha, yes, it's true. Rafinha was linked to some several clubs this summer. He was linked with an exit, but all those fell to deaf ears. Rafinha is a player that Xavi wants him to stay. He sees him as an untouchable player. And of course, Deco as well, who was responsible for the player coming to Barca, really likes the player a lot and has no plans whatsoever to cash in on him. So, as it stands right now, Rafinha will remain one of the key puzzles to Xavi's project. Despite his costly error, we hope that he can adjust his character, because I know Rafinha sometimes have this why nature. When he's furious or he's angry, he can do some crazy things. But Xavi counts on him despite the error he made against Getafe, which almost, I think, it cost us those points to win. But in fact, it cost us 2 points because we ended up having 1 point, and I think that game was supposed to be a winnable game for us to have all 3 points. So we just hope that Rafinha will come back and try to behave himself and try to concentrate on what is to be done. We need Rafinha to be there, because all these red cards now can make us to be losing confidence. Because if Rafinha is not there for the next game, it may cause problem. Yes, we have good players who can replace him, like Lamine Yamal or Ace Abde, but I think Rafinha still remains a key player for Xavi. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona's La Liga title defense got off to a very rocky start in a frustrating 0-0 draw against Getafe on Sunday night. To make matters even worse, the Catalans lost Rafinha as the Brazilian had a rush of blood and got himself sent off for an elbow on Gaston Alvarez. It was a frustrating moment for the player and the team, as Barca were unable to stretch out Getafe's deep block and now will not have the winger available for 2 games. While Barca have already begun proceedings to try to reduce the suspension, Mundo Deportivo have highlighted in a recent report that Abde would be the first in line to take the starting spot in Rafinha's absence. Of course, with Dembele now gone to PSG, Xavi does not have any other pure wingers who offer proper width and trickery on the flanks except Rafinha and Abde. If the appeal to reduce the Brazilian suspension is rejected, Abde will reportedly be favoured to start in the game against Cadiz next. The Moroccan came off the bench at halftime against Getafe, and while there was a lack of end product for a multitude of reasons, Abde did add a lot more freshness and caused some trouble. With Lewandowski leading the line, it is always best to have a pure winger stretch the play in order to help the pole assume better positions. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.